As a New South Welshman, working in South Australia has been an absolute joy. The can-do attitude that we've encountered everywhere we've been has just been refreshing and something that we've enjoyed enough to have done 3 and possibly more projects yet to come here.
There is no better place than South Australia to run a national business like Australian Gas Infrastructure Group. Adelaide has accessibility to all major capital cities of Australia. That is important when you're running a national business. South Australia has the right people with the right skills to deliver what we need to do as a business. South Australia has a very motivated and a very forward-looking government that is important for our industry when we're talking about delivering a new economy such as renewable hydrogen. And South Australia, well, it's just a great place to live.
Benefits of living in South Australia. My family and I recently consciously chose to return to South Australia. We've lived in many parts of the country, and yeah, it was a really easy decision to return to South Australia. We love the beaches, the community, the wine, the festivals. It's all round, it's just a really great lifestyle.
So in my career, I have worked in a lot of different places and a lot of different countries. And what I generally say is, I don't want to live anywhere else. We have one of the best standards of living worldwide from that side. If you look at our industries, I'd say that we've gone through a bit of a transitional period, and there's a huge amount of new, emerging, exciting industries. And a lot of these are world-class or world-leading, just like what we're actually trying to do as well. So it's a good space to be in right now, South Australia.
Oh, it's fantastic. There's a great environment. It's usually quite a mild environment. We've got beaches, people are really friendly, we've got deserts, we've got ranges. What more could you want?
Living and working in South Australia is great. I've actually lived in 7 countries over the last 20 years, and Adelaide offers most of the things that the big cities have, but without the competition for, even going to the beach. The CBD itself is compact yet lively. There are lots of events put on by the government, from Illuminate through to the arts and craft festivals and the ADL 500. There's always plenty to do in the city itself, and then once you get out of the city, you have the hills for hiking, going to wineries, and the beach not too far away. So it's all it's a very easy place to live.
So I'm an Adelaide boy, born and raised. To me, Adelaide is it is the most livable city in Australia. It has all the things you need to balance work and life. It has all of the infrastructure. It has great restaurants. It has great beaches. It has great wine regions. And so for me, it really ticks all of those boxes. And having headquarters of an ASX top 20 company in Adelaide, and being able to recruit people and bring them to Adelaide, the city really sells itself and sells the state to future employees.
Working in South Australia is brilliant for us. We're a nationwide company, so we need to be able to mobilise to any part of Australia, and being central in South Australia is perfect for us. We can attack the east coast, we can go to the west coast, up in the NT if we need to, fairly quickly. There's a huge talent pool in South Australia that hasn't been utilised, and we're reaping the benefits of that.
There's great benefit in working in South Australia. South Australia leads the way in the transition to renewables. With this project, we've been working with like-minded individuals and companies to help us really accelerate our project. We have found that customers' uptake and willingness to be involved in what initially was just a beta program has been extremely high, and their engagement has been critical to this project.
I love living and working in South Australia. Not only do we lead the world in renewable energy and have huge support from government, business and homeowners, but we have some of the best quality of life you could ask for. I love having my colleagues come to town, and I get to take them out to our fine dining, our excellent coffee, the market, and beautiful beaches.
I've been lucky enough to live in other parts of the world, so I've lived in Tokyo and I've lived in London, and as part of my previous jobs I've also had assignments in other places, but I came back to South Australia primarily because of it's probably the best living standards I think of any major city in the world, and so there's that plus living in Australia. Yes, we're a big country, but most of the activity happens on the sort of the eastern coast, and so for us in the energy industry, we're able to travel to those parts of the country fairly easily and be based out of South Australia. So that's been fantastic, but I think in particular the fact that we're, the grid here is leading the way when it comes to renewables gives our company a great advantage to be able to work at the forefront of renewables and their integration into the grid.
I've lived all around the world. I've come to settle in South Australia. I'm back here where I went to university. It is my favourite city in the world, and South Australia as a whole, it's one of the best places on the planet. So South Australia is a small location, but how we go about actually achieving our objectives is quite significant. I fully believe we punch above our weight, and some of the things that the state government has initiated in terms of decarbonising the grid really does factor into our overall decarbonisation program. It's fantastic to work here in South Australia.
I'm originally a Victorian, right? But
so
I've been,
have a unique perspective.
Yeah, look, I've been in South Australia for a bit over half my adult life now, and I claim to be a South Australian now because what's great about it, weather, wine, seafood, but apart from that, work-wise, it's great. We have great projects in South Australia. For Oz, Prominent Hill and Carrapateena are world-class mining operations. You get to work with world-class service providers, and you can't underestimate the support that we get from our stakeholders, our communities that we deal with, the government. I don't think you would find a better government in Australia that's supportive to the mining industry than South Australia. And it's that ability to work with them and be able to get on the phone and talk to people and work through issues that I don't think you can get it to that extent in any other state in Australia.
For me, I'm originally from Western Australia, but I look at South Australia, what's not to love? Great environment, great culture, festivals, food. Central to the rest of Australia, international connections. I get to work in a really great industry, in a great environment, raising my family in a safe community.
How cool is it that I get to work in my chosen field in mining and get to live in the state that I grew up in, South Australia, and still get to drink world-class wines and eat some of the best food in the country.
South Australia is a fantastic place to work, and I really think we can all get together and put South Australia on the map as not just a copper producer, but also a place where there's innovation, invention and research working together in partnership with the minerals industry to achieve a better future for everybody.